All right. We're back. Here we go. Episode 9. We got one more episode after this, and season 3 is complete, man. This is my recap of episode 9 of the 10-day, 10-episode Ozarks season 3 recap, man. If you know me, we're going to just roll right through it. If you like my content, please subscribe to the channel. If you're new, subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you can get something every time I drop. That's only if you like the content, but I'm not going to hold you up. Let's jump right into it. This is episode 9, Ozarks. We know that Ben is on a rampage right now. Once he got released from prison, well, I won't even say prison, it was the mental hospital. Once he got released from the mental hospital, the first thing he did was drive straight to Helen's house. And he had to go put his, listen, you dirty, beep, 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 beep. Aaron, you need to know that your mom does beep, 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 beep. She's a beep, 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 beep. She does all this work for cartel. She gets people killed. And after he left there, he's on the road now. So he's in the cab and he's just talking back and forth, mainly talking to himself because, he's bipolar. So he has a lot on his mind. He's talking to the driver a little bit about the driver saying he was in the military. Ben's like, thank you for your service and things of that nature. But in his head, he's like, man, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm nervous, man. I got to figure this out right now. He's like, so I don't know where Ben's headed to. No one knows where he is, no one knows where Ben is. After he left Helen's house, he's lost. Like, is he going back to Ruth's? Is he going to his sister's house? What is he going to do, And he already punched Marty, so they really need to find him now because he knows a lot of information. He's been figuring things out. So it turned out that he drove to Ruth's house. So he went to Ruth's house because he pretty much knows, hey, we got to go. We got to be on the run. And Ruth's like, hey, we can't run. You know what I'm saying? We got to get you out of here, though, because people are looking for you. Marty pulls up. And Ben and Marty wanted Ben out of there. He already knew that Marty already knew that Ben had this mental problem. That's why he hasn't had him around. And he even asked him, like, the first day, like, how long you gonna be here? A day or two? He wanted him out of there. So Ben's going off. And then he basically tells everything that he's done. He says, do you know what I had to do? I had to go to your lawyer's house and tell a 16-year-old that her mom is a lawyer for a drug cartel and kills people. At this point, Ruth is like, what? Marty's like, hey, everybody like, hey, man, what are you doing? You went and talked to Helen and told her daughter all this? Hey, we got to get you now. We got to get you on the road. We got to get you out of here. It's all bad now. Ben just put himself into a predicament that he is not going to be able to get himself out of. Not messing around with the cartel while all this is going on. Helen pulls up to Wendy's house and she's talking to her like, hey, have you seen Ben? And Wendy, she doesn't know where Ben is at this moment. So she's like, no, I haven't. I've been calling everybody. I'm wondering why would they release him to someone that's not, he's supposed to come back to me. We're the ones that admitted him. He's supposed to come back to me. And Helen, she just playing it cool like, that's interesting. I don't know why they released him. But she knows that Ben just talked to her and came and told her everything that's been happening. Wendy gets a call from Marty, and Marty's like, hey, we got a problem. We need to get Ben out of here now. He told Helen everything. And Wendy's on the phone. Helen is behind her, and she's like, yeah, she's here now. Oh, you guys haven't seen it? So she's playing it off because she wants to protect her brother. But Helen already knows, hey, Ben's got to die. So Marty's telling her, hey, we about to get him up out of here. Wendy turns around and talks to Helen and says, oh, that was just the hospital. They don't know where he is right now, but it was really Marty. And then Erin, she runs off, so she leaves her mom after all this, and she goes and finds Charlotte and Jonah. And it's pretty much the same thing. Y'all need to be honest with me. What do your parents do, and what does my mom do? Your uncle just told me that she's a lawyer for a drug cartel. What is this? Is this real? And Charlotte's still trying to cover it up, and Jonah, she kissed Jonah, so he's like, well, kinda, yeah. And they're just, everything is going back and like, Erin wants to know what her mom's doing. Her mom wants to know where Ben is. Marty, Ruth, and Wendy, they want to get rid of Ben so no one can find him. Oh man, this episode is going to be a lot of running around. I can already tell. So Ruth doesn't know what she has to do or what's going to happen. She likes Ben, but Ben's got to go because Ben's messing up the operation, and this could be bad for everybody, for her, for Marty, Wendy, the kids, everybody, because Ben could give away so much information. He doesn't know what what to say and what not to say. He just running his mouth. So she goes to see her brother and pretty much like, hey, we're in some stuff. I might have to leave. And the good thing about this scene right here is they connect. They get back to being family members, you know? So pretty much Wyatt lays it on the line like, hey, nothing's really crazy when you think about it. I mean, I'm in love with a woman that could be my grandma, and I'm living with her. And Ruth, but you like, I never seen this from you, but you're in love with a guy. You love being like, that's what it is. And Ruth is still trying to downplay it. Like, I didn't say I love him, but Wyatt's like, man, it's crazy, but you actually do. And then they get together, so they come a little bit closer. That's a good thing that their little feud, their little back and forth. Yeah, Ruth was wrong, but you can see Wyatt's coming along and forgiving her. Well, Darlene kind of pushed him like, hey, family gonna have these arguments, but you got to come back together and make it. Aaron and all the kids, the Brady bunch, Aaron, Wendy, Jonah, they come back to the house. And inside, it's Marty, Wendy, and Helen. And they're all talking. Marty and Wendy are saying, yeah, we don't know where Ben is. He's on the run. We need to find him ASAP. And Helen kind of knows, nah, y'all know where he is. Y'all just acting like y'all don't know because you know I'm looking for him. And then in comes the kids, and Aaron comes in, and she's yelling at her mama again. And pretty much, Wendy's been telling Helen, hey, I'm going to talk to her, and I'm going to tell her that none of that's true. You know what I'm saying? You're just our lawyer. We're not dealing with a cartel. Aaron comes in, and she's not believing anything. Helen told Wendy she's not going to believe that. So she's just going back and forth like, no, your mom doesn't do that. We don't deal in that. We're good people, right, kids? Jonah and Charlotte, they just sitting there quiet like, well, I mean, we'd be lying if we said we didn't, but, you know, they got to still cover it up. Helen storms out, chasing after Aaron, because Aaron didn't want to hear that. She knows, like, at this point, everybody's lying to her. You know what I'm saying? And then Marty and Wendy, they're trying to figure it out, what they're going to do about Ben. Ask the kids for some time, but the kids, they are right about this. At this point, the whole family is in, and it's like, no, whatever y'all got to talk about, we need to know too. We already in too deep, and our lives is at jeopardy. If someone come looking for Ben and they can't find Ben, then what they gonna do? They gonna take us, and they gonna hold us till y'all tell them where Ben is. We gotta know, Mom and Dad. We got to know. This is where the chase begins. Ben goes to Darlene, to the Snell's house, and they're pretty much like, hey, can we hide Ben here for a little bit? And Darlene's like, I don't really know about that. But so he's sitting there, and Ruth has to go back to the casino. She has to go back and get things in order. Once they get there, of course, you see Sam in there. Sam is in there losing money, like always, losing. And Agent Maya just in the corner. Sam, you know we coming after you. So he stops gambling. He gets all his money, and he stops. He's like, man, forget this, man. As long as she's in here, I'm not going to be in here. You know what I'm saying? So he sees Ruth. He goes up to Ruth. He's like, hey, man, they're on me. And she's like, stop talking to me and just do what Marty wants you to do. Play that money, lose the money, and everything will be all right. And he's just nervous. You know, Sam really can't think on his own. It's like, you got to tell Sam what to do. He then finds Marty, follows him into the office like, Marty, she's out there asking me stuff. And Marty's like, Sam, shut up. Do what I'm telling you to do, man. Just do it, all right? Lose the money, man. We're going to pay you back. Don't worry about it. Ben shows up to the casino. Who's outside waiting on him? Nelson, the driver. Nelson just waiting like, is that Ben? So he sees Ben. He follows Ben into the casino. Ruth and Marty see him like, man, what are you doing here? So they pretty much like, hey, we got to take him out the back door, man. We know he's being followed. If we can see him up here and he's just out in the public, everybody can see him. So him and Ruth, they're just talking. He's like, hey, man, I messed up. I know I did, man. I gotta get this right. And she's like, no. Just go with Marty and get out of here, man. We'll link up later, man. Like, once you get to wherever they're going to take you, we'll link up. Like I said, this is where the chase is about to begin. Nelson ain't about to let up at all. His job is to find Ben and do who knows what to him. So right now, Ben has just dipped out with Marty out the back door. Marty takes Ben and they go to a little park, and they're pretty much just sitting there having a heart-to-heart. And Marty's telling them like, hey, man, you know, they aren't what you think out here, man. I know you've been messing up. And Ben's like, man, I know I messed up and everything. And Marty's telling him like, hey, man, we're going to give you some money. But you gotta go on a run. You can't come back, man. The stuff that is going on here, when Helen finds you, it's over with for you. And if she doesn't find you, she'll kill me, she'll kill Wendy, she'll kill Jonah, she'll kill Charlotte. They'll kill everybody trying to get to you. So you have to go. You have to disappear, man. And while they're sitting there, so it turns out Wendy's the one actually pulling up. So Wendy's pulling up because it's her brother. So she's going to be the one taking them. I don't know where exactly they're going, but she's taking Ben maybe up to Kansas City, but somewhere far away from here. Kansas City isn't far enough. You got to take them to like Minnesota or something. But they're going to hop in the van. They got some money. Hey, and they got to get Ben out of here. And they just got to say, hey, Ben came up missing. So we get another heart-to-heart from Ben and Wendy now. And pretty much, Ben is just in there crying, like he's just thinking, man, how did I even get to this point, man? What is going on? Like, how did our family get into this situation? Well, Wendy couldn't really explain like everything that's been going on, but she did break it down, like, hey, you got to disappear. Like, we got to put you somewhere, but it can't be here. And all of this happened because you can't mess with powerful people's kids. When he told Aaron all of this stuff about Helen, it was like, hey man, that's a no-no. You can't do that. Like, you can't mess with anybody's kid. But this is the main reason that all of this has happened, because you talked to the kid. If you would have just been quiet, we would have been better. You could have just stayed in the basement, chilled. You and Jonah did whatever you did. Don't talk to anybody outside our family. We would have been good to go, man. We had the money and everything. So Marty and the kids, they have a little conversation about Wendy taking Ben somewhere. He didn't really disclose the information, but he said in the morning, I got to take Wendy's cell phone up to Kansas City to make it look like she's going to Kansas City. And Charlotte's like, hey, I'll do it. You know, I'll help out so you'll still be here and nothing looks suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Because no one's going to ask, hey, where's Charlotte at? She's not at the office today? Like, she's a kid. Who knows what she's out doing? You know what I'm saying? But Marty's like, nah, I can't do that. You know, I can't put you in this. But Charlotte's pretty convincing. Like, hey, Dad, I need to help out. And all I'm doing is driving a cell phone up there. If anyone asks, I'm like, hey, oh, I don't have my phone, so I had to take my mom's phone so they can stay in touch with me. Like, it's that simple. Then we get to Ruth's house. The driver, he pulls up to Ruth's house and he's like, where's Ben? He doesn't even really talk, but Ruth knows what he's there for, and she pretty much tells him the truth. Hey, he's not here. Get the hell away from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing going to happen here because Ben isn't here. We don't know where he is. Ben's on the road. He's with Wendy. He's gone. Like, I don't know where he is, man. Get away. This dude, Ben, man. So it turns out when they were asleep, they showed Ben leaving the car in the middle of the night. Ben talked to some regular person and tells him, hey, I'm on the run. The cartel is trying to kill me. My sister does laundering money for a drug cartel, the Navarro cartel, and they're coming to murder me. The morning comes, police officers knock on the window, and Wendy's like, good morning, hey. Well, we can't sleep here? The lady's like, yeah, you can, but we had a phone call that someone in this van is being chased by a cartel, potentially about to be murdered. And Wendy looks at Ben like, what do you do? But she doesn't let the emotions get to her. She talks to the officer like, so you just go off of a call that someone said that, and they were like, yeah, we take these things very serious around here. And Wendy's like, listen, my brother just got released from a mental hospital, so you're gonna take his word? He's just rambling, man. He's just talking. The police officer's like, oh well, we're just checking on him because of the call, but could you get out and we can search the car? And Wendy's like, wait a minute. No. You're not searching the car. If you want to search the car, get your warrant, which is going to take you too long, and I think you need to be using our tax dollars on something else besides harassing us. She's like, are you a lawyer? She was like, actually, I did study law a little bit, so I know my, you know what I'm saying, I know my rights. And the police officer, they're like, well, she's pretty much right. We can't search it. There's no crime being committed, and we don't have probable cause to search it. So the cops actually leave, and she looks at Ben like, what are you doing? You are going to get us killed, man. Marty's still talking to Helen like, hey, I'm trying to get things right. I don't know exactly where they are yet. I don't know where they are at all. And Helen's like, well, we need to find him. You know, Ben is a big liability. And Marty's like, man, as long as he's not here, we should be all right. She's like, no, we need to find him ASAP. It turns out Ben takes Wendy's phone, calls Helen, and he's trying to apologize. Like, hey, I know I did things wrong. I shouldn't have talked to your daughter like that. I apologize for everything. Everything's going to be all right. I'm not going to say anything else. And Helen's like, oh, it's okay, Ben. Let me know exactly where you are. You know what I'm saying? It's good, you know? It's good that you're stepping up and apologizing for this. Wendy sees him on the phone. She goes over there and she picks up and she just breaks it because she knows whoever you're calling, they don't need to know who we are. And now they can track our cell phone and see exactly where we are. This dude, Ben, man, he needs to get back on his meds and be locked up for real. You cannot have this dude Ben anywhere around anything, bro. When I tell you he's messing everything up, this is episode 9, so, oh my, Marty back at work, man. So he's on the phone. Maya calls him. Angel Maya calls him. The reason she calls him is because she look at her report and she sees that the money in the casino has spiked 19%. Right when she gets demoted, the money starts to go up. So what Marty is doing, and Maya knows this. So what he did was he had the money be spiked. Right when she's getting ready to get demoted and they're going to take her off the case, he spikes the money. What this does is make her extend her warrant and she has to stay here. So even though she's demoted, she has to stay here with Marty. So this is still getting her like, I'm going to be here working with Marty. She's going to have to flip and work for Marty. But she tells Marty, I'm not going to do that. Your money spiked. And he's like, hey, it's a wealthy tourist, you know. But all this is doing is getting her to stay here, and he's going to keep doing things that's going to mess with her career. It is going to keep her here, but she's going to eventually have to work with him just because, like, if not, Marty's going to keep digging up stuff and keep feeding her information. And if she doesn't take it, then she's going to get in trouble at work. But if she does take it, then that's going to have her not watching the casino is going to allow him to do the money. So either way, it's going to be a win-win for Marty. But he'd rather her stay here, cover for him. He pays her money on the side, and everybody wins because they won't get caught because Marty is Marty, and he thinks that he can get rid of everything. Like, he can get by everything. Wendy and Ben, they on the road, and I'm telling you, dealing with Ben has got to be hard to be a babysitter. Like, seriously. Every 5 seconds, you got to watch him. They stop at a gas station. Ben hops out for real quick, talking about he got to go to the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom. He comes out. He buys his stuff. He goes back in the car. Wendy's looking, and she's like, man, what is he doing? So she goes up to the register, and she asks the lady, hey, did that man buy a cell phone? And the lady at the cash register like, oh, yeah, do you want one, ma'am? She's like, oh, no, I'm good. And she just sits there, and she's like, you can tell she's starting to get emotional. Like, dude, this dude, Ben, man. It's like, because you know he's about to do something stupid with this phone. At this point, it's nighttime. Wendy and Ben, they stop to get something to eat. And they just in there talking, just thinking about life, about when they were younger. Just reminiscing, really. And it's like, dang. You know what I'm saying? I love to see my brother. Like, I got a brother, my younger brother in DC. Me and him were living out in Phoenix together. We lived in Atlanta together. Traveled the world together. And now he's out in DC. So it's like, of course, whenever we see each other, we always think back when we were younger. But you could tell something just ain't sitting right with... It just ain't sitting right with Wendy. And she loves her brother, but she knows, like... dog, what am I gonna do with you, man? Like, so she gets up and leaves. She says, hold on, I'll be right back. But little do we know, she goes and gets in her car. Wendy goes and gets in her car, and she starts crying. And eventually, Ben comes outside, and he's looking for the car, like, Wendy? Where Wendy go? And guess who pulled up? Helen's driver. And he walks up and he sees Ben, and it's just them two, man. Like, I guess Wendy just knew, like, at that moment when she seen him by his cell phone, she knew it was over, man. She was like, she got to get rid of Ben, man. If not, her family, like, that's your brother, but at the end of the day, you got to protect your kids. For your kids, like, your husband comes, then your kids, and then your family. Like, this is your family that you built, and then this is the family you come from. So it's like, you got to take care of these first. Take care of your home. And Seems like this is gonna be the end of Ben, man. It's a sad way to end the episode, but Ben pretty much brought it on himself. I mean, his mental couldn't hang with all this stuff, and it was a lot weighing on. Hey, so that's episode 9, man. What do you think? Comment below. What would you have done if that's your brother? Would you have left him, or would you continue to try to help him out, even though Ben was doing all that stuff? So if this was your brother, would you continue to try to help him out and get him to safety and get him out to hiding? Or would you do what Wendy did and leave him at the restaurant? Comment below, man. But like I always say, thanks for watching. And if you like, follow me on my social media. It's MoedotJ on everything. And if you like my content, please subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, share. Turn your notifications on so you can get it every time I drop. And we'll be here tomorrow for episode 10 of the 10-day, 10-episode recap of Ozark. 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's noon Eastern Time. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.